what it is. It's your boy Norbs, and when there's breaking news, I'm going to try to get on here as soon as possible. It's your boy Norbs. This is a 10A podcast. Tank Davis has announced or sent a cryptic message saying that this fight is canceled. CANCEL. And also, Teofimo Lopez versus Matias has been locked in for March 15th. We're going to speak on that right after this.
I got so much fucking design on right
now. Yo. What it is. We are live right now. I'm just doing an update. I just seen some interesting things that just transpired. I put it on my Instagram at StreetStarNorbe. Go check that out when you can. But apparently, Tank Davis is back at it. Now, we all have witnessed Tank Davis recently with the odd behavior with the presser and things of that nature, right? And pretty much didn't seem like he wanted to be there. Certain individuals weren't there. Leonard Ellerby wasn't there, as well as Al Heyman, guys like that. And, you know, I thought it was kind of odd. Some people tried to sweep it under the rug. But in all reality, it was definitely odd behavior. And, you know, the second day in Baltimore, they tried to hype it up more. Tank was there. Calvin showed up, gave him a hug, like kind of like it's all love type of stuff. But it was definitely, it seemed like there was more than meets the eye, okay? And now, today, Tank Davis goes out and puts out a, I'm going to tell you guys right now, let me just get this out of the way. He puts out a tweet or a Instagram video, and this is actually it right here. And it says, the fight is effing canceled. Not proper grammar, but it's effing canceled, and kind of just left it like that. Now, and let's be real. This event, I think it goes down March 1st. I think it's March 1st, right? If I'm not mistaken. If you're trying to make money off of this fight or sell it, you would not be trying to draw attention in this manner. So the behavior at this point from Tank Davis has kind of been very alarming. It didn't seem like he wanted to take this fight. You know, I've heard rumors of people saying that he wanted more money for the fight, but for some strange reason, it seems like there's problems right now. Now, again, when we was at the at the presser, shows up 4 hours late, 3 hours late, whatever it was, didn't seem like he wanted to be there. And I thought that was very alarming, okay? And now with this tweet, with about 2 months and some change to go, you're pretty much putting that out there. I think, in my opinion, there's definitely a lot of, you know, when they say there's smoke, there's fire, there's definitely some fire. Tank went, and the presser also announced his retirement. There were rumors about Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford being replaced. I seen Kenny Ellis respond to that kind of with a scoff, like, yeah, right, whatever. But it definitely seems like there is a lot of issues behind the scene in regards to Tank Davis. Now, I mean, I wish this man the best. I hope it's nothing serious. But, you know, he doesn't seem like this is where he wants to be, or the situation is definitely not what he wants. I mean, when you start talking about retirement, when you start talking about you don't want your daughters to see this type of stuff, that you want to take, you know, you want to see a therapist, you don't want to walk around, you're hinting at everything but boxing. You don't want to take the big fights is one thing, right? But at this point, how do we view his behavior? I don't see this being a positive in regards to trying to sell a fight. You know what I mean? So to me, I find it extremely alarming that Tank Davis has been actually, doing this. And again, this is not confirmed. It's none of that. I can't say it's confirmed or nothing like that. All I'm basically is relaying what Tank did, and it is, like I said before, It is very, very alarming right now. And if you're a Tank Davis fan, you should be very concerned at the behavior. I mean, will we even reach 25 fights? Will we even reach any of that? So there's definitely some things going on to where it definitely right now both some concern. It definitely does, and it's bad for boxing, man. We all know Tank is a very, very big part. A lot of people view him as the face of boxing, and the things that he's doing going into this fight are kind of wild. Again, I thought it was very weird that his team wasn't there. I thought that was extremely weird, and even before that, I think Leonard Ellerby was, if I'm not mistaken, he was asked to step down from Mayweather Promotions. It's just a lot of different things. Say Mercy Bentley says, have they announced a definite date for Crawford versus Alvarez? That is going to be one of the two. Honestly, they have not. They have not, and they haven't even, there's no legit sources saying that they're even negotiating. But Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach at this point is, I don't want to say up in the air because I think Gervonta is going to come to his senses and come out and say, hey guys, I was just trolling. I'm trying to get people's attention. I don't know. But I just don't see any situation to where this makes any sense. And if you're Al Heyman, if you're PBC, if you're the people promoting this fight, you're definitely not happy with what's going on. Lamont Roach made a comment and said, I don't know what he's talking about. I have not been notified of any fight being canceled. I'm still in camp. Again, guys, we definitely, something's got to come out. Something has to be done. I hope it's not one of these situations where somebody comes out and says, well, my account was hacked and somebody posted that. I don't know. I definitely think it's deeper than that. Tank is it just doesn't seem like, let me not say he doesn't seem like he wants to fight, but something is transpiring behind the scenes that is not making Tank happy. And that's unfortunate going into this championship fight that he has with Lamont Roach on March 1st. So, he got the boxing world up in arms right now. People are actually asking what's going on. I don't know. Nothing has been confirmed. Again, I'm going through my I always say Twitter, but it's X right now, and I don't see any updates in regards to that. Actually, Ellie Setback just posted something. He says, just proves that for a fight no one wanted to see, the entire boxing world is commenting on and won't stop posting about. So this was a big fight. Now, Ellie Setback is a huge Gervonta supporter. And he's always defending Gervonta, I guess, as his friend or whatever. It's not a big fight. Nobody wants to see this fight. Let's be real, Ellie. But Gervonta is a big face in boxing. This fight isn't a big fight, but he is a big face in boxing. And when he speaks, it's news. So, I see people commenting on Ellie Setback, just commenting on that. I haven't seen anything else. I'm trying to look to anything from being off reveals who Giovanni Cabrera reaction to Tank Davis. There hasn't been anything really concrete. Lamont Roach, he said not worried about the fight cancellation post. He's still locked in. I'd be surprised if the fight was really off. And he says, the F y'all keep asking me. March 1st, Brooklyn, New York. Listen, man, it's actually, I don't know what's going on. My guy, Two-Tone Superstars, wrote, imagine Canelo letting the B-side control the narrative. Shake my head. Tank, go to Turkey and get your bag so you ain't got to go through these antics. It definitely seems like it's money. I don't think he's satisfied with the amount of money he maybe is receiving for this fight. I've heard rumors of the promotion not being happy about it or whatever. But at the end of the day, you chose Lamont Roach. It wasn't like Lamont Roach came off an enormous win like a Keyshawn Davis where people would be excited about. It's just a weird situation. My man, Say Mercy Valley, says that he has Davis in 7. If it happens. I'm going through Twitter right now. I don't see nothing in regards to, any confirmations, anything, man. This is definitely news. Two-Tone, the superstar, wrote Lamont Davis canceled the squabble with Lamont Roach to focus on his biggest threat, Keyshawn Davis. That's what he's saying. I don't know. I mean, we all know Keyshawn Davis it's like the worst secret in the world. We all know that he wants to make it happen. He even hinted at basically taking that fight or actually calling somebody out that's almost a champion, but he's almost there. And there's only one person. And, Keyshawn Davis it is. Is he moving forward like Two-Tone said is not motivated for this fight and saying, hey, I'd rather just jump into tank Keyshawn Davis? I mean, I'll tell you this, more people would be excited for Keyshawn, especially off of what Keyshawn just did. In my opinion, I think Keyshawn is green. I don't think he should do it, but, it is what it is. I think people would be more excited. I mean, again, we want to see Shakur. We want to see Keyshawn. We want to see Teofimo. We don't want to see Lamont Roach. Maybe that's playing into it. And again, if promoters realize, if promoters come in there and say, hey, listen, we can't recoup this, we're not going to do this fight. It happened to Canelo, I think it was last year with Munguia. It was Munguia, and it was down to Munguia and a couple other people. They were trying to force a Benavidez fight. And, they didn't want to pay the premium of what Canelo wanted for Charlo. So they eventually came off the table and settled on Munguia. Okay? It happens. Tagged Up Gaming says, if Tank retires today, would you call him a great? I honestly think if he don't beat any of the four kings, he won't be a great. Tagged Up Gaming, that's a great question. I had posed that a while ago with my man Iceman Scully. I think he's a great talent. I think Tank possesses every skill to be one of the greats. You can't really downplay his talent. But in regards to accomplishments and what he's done, absolutely not. I don't believe he would be a Hall of Famer or anything like that because he hasn't accomplished what his peers are doing. I mean, even Shakur, I think, is accomplished more than him. Teofimo has. Devin Haney has. In order to be great, you have to challenge yourself, and I think he's comfortable at 135. I don't believe he is pushing himself. He's bringing up multiple people or bring down and drained them. His biggest fight to this date is Ryan Garcia. Where do we hold Ryan Garcia? Is Ryan Garcia a Hall of Famer? No. Can he be? Absolutely. He's challenging himself. So to answer your question, I don't believe he would be considered one of the greats. I do believe he would be one of the greatest talents and possibly one of the biggest disappointments simply because he did not live up to expectation. So, I mean, that was a great question. Dark Cloud said a man's power is so much different compared to a woman's power. Yeah, you're talking about the Clarissa was tripping with that. Davis, Garcia, Lopez, Stevenson, even Haney, he needs to take one. I agree. Listen, I definitely agree. I mean, listen, you got to challenge yourself. Your biggest victory to date cannot be, I forgot the guy's name, Ryan Garcia, or not at this point, or, oh my God, I forgot his name, but whatever. Same Mercy says, I think Keyshawn should fight Ryan Garcia. That would show if, Ryan Garcia is not free to April 20th, and I think he's going to end up fighting Devin. To be honest with you, I think that's the biggest fight to make for Ryan Garcia is the Devin Haney fight right now, outside of a rematch with Gervonta. But I don't think he's done anything to warrant a rematch right now with Tank Davis. But it still would be a big fight. Shakur isn't impactful as Tank. Absolutely. I mean, Tank is a popular dude. He's a knockout artist. When you're a knockout artist, you're going to fill the seats. Shakur is, a laid-back type of fighter, is comfortable going the distance, you know what I mean? Lacks a lot of excitement because he doesn't punch, but also he's been injured. You know, I've seen Shakur exciting before when he fought Jamal Herring. I thought Shakur was great in that fight. I thought he was impressive. I thought he beat a very good fighter in Jamal Herring and stopped him. So Jamal Herring and stopped him. So I think this next fight versus Schofield, we're gonna learn a lot about where Shakur is in his career. But again, that's the news in regards to Gervonta Davis. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments. Make sure your likes, hit subscribe. We're gonna be going live often and with boxing. Appreciate y'all. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Make sure y'all also hit the YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe. Make sure you share. I don't know if YouTube is shadow banning me, but I'm fixing that right now. But we're going to continue to grow this movement and put out great content. Tagged Up Gaming says, do you think Canelo versus David would ever happen? It's tough, man. Listen, Canelo is a very proud Mexican, and I have him as the greatest Mexican to ever live, personally, between him, Julio Cesar Chavez. But I believe that when Chavez retired, there wasn't much hanging over his head of who he did not fight. And I do believe the more successful Benavidez is, okay? Let's say if Canelo decided to retire this year, and David goes on to be one of the greatest fighters of all time, and Canelo did not fight him, I do believe that will be a black cloud and will be constantly used over Canelo for not fighting David Benavidez. I think people will call him a duck. And I've seen a lot of his peers, from Paulie Malignaggi to a lot of other people, Stephen A. Smith call him out. I think it's a fight that he has to do unless David Benavidez takes a major loss and maybe he could sidestep it. But I definitely believe, and me as a huge Canelo fan, I'm a huge Canelo Alvarez fan. I do believe that if he does not take that fight, it will be a black cloud, but it will not take away from him being the greatest Mexican fighter of all time. You know what I mean? No love for my... I don't know what you mean by that, Say Mercy. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I mean, listen, I love David Benavidez. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to see that happen. Moving forward on to better news, right? Better news. Teofimo Lopez and Sabri Matias, sorry about that, have agreed to a fight on March 15th on pay-per-view. We all know Teofimo Lopez has been calling out everybody to get a big fight, from Bud Crawford to Boots Ennis to Gervonta Davis. Was not successful in that. Sabri Matias was one of the hottest fighters until he lost his last fight in Puerto Rico versus Paro. His stock kind of took a hit, but hey, listen, he's still a feared puncher, and I definitely think this fight will be a very good fight, a dangerous fight. You know, Sabri is a very good fighter. Can literally, got power in both hands. Also to add to this as well, Teofimo had a lot to say about Puerto Rican fighters. We all know Teofimo has put his foot in mouth about various ethnicities as well as races. And a lot of people have been very critical of him, and I think that might be one of the reasons as to why people have not been fighting him, or simply because of his comments. People don't want to seem like they're helping him. So this is going to be a big one. I'd love to see this fight in Puerto Rico, especially after Teofimo made those comments. But I do believe this fight will be either in the Barclays Center, the Madison Square Garden, or in Puerto Rico, more likely in Brooklyn. To be honest with you, that's or the Garden. I mean, it would be absolutely insane if he would take the fight in Puerto Rico. I think the hype behind it, the comments that he had said, the pressure is going to be crazy. It would be dope, but I do believe it will happen in New York, and there's a large Puerto Rican fan base in New York City. So regardless, it's going to be intense. Now, I'm a Puerto Rican. I didn't really care for the comments. I wasn't really offended. Teofimo does what Teofimo does, but I do believe that is going to fuel the excitement for this fight. This is a very, very good fight. This is a very dangerous opponent. Again, Teofimo was calling out a lot of big dogs in his division, and he continues to try to make the big fights. He also called out Devin Haney. Devin Haney's camp apparently did not respond or did not take it. So listen, this is not a guy that's not looking for the smoke. He's out there trying to be great. And it's kind of crazy because it's like a tale of two stories between him and Gervonta Davis. This is somebody that's seeking out the big fights, and the other person people are critical of because he is not seeking the great fights. And, if you ask me the same question about Teofimo today, is he a Hall of Famer if he retired today? I would say yes. when you're two-time lineal at 135 and 140 and continue to chase the big fights and perform the best in your biggest fights, I definitely do believe he is. It's funny, I called my dad because when he can't stand Teofimo Lopez, especially after Teofimo made those comments about Puerto Rican fighters and said they all do the same thing and this and that, which I thought it was funny. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Listen, as long as we get the fight, I don't care what he says, to be honest with you. I happen to be a big fan of him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm definitely looking forward to it. You know, boxing is getting a good crop of fights at the beginning of the year. You know, with the Bivol rematch, we get Shakur versus Kid Austin. We're getting Benavidez versus Morrell. We're getting a lot of good stuff, man. This is some good stuff. Say Mercy says, hell no, they're going to make that man vanish in Puerto Rico. They're proud people that people might expect. No, I mean, listen, I feel you, say Mercy, but I think as a selling point, at this point, he's trying to up the pay-per-views. I think that controversy, you know, listen, Puerto Ricans love boxing. I think they are going to be glued to their TV, and you know, I want to see the presser. When this gets, when the presser gets, when they go face-to-face, and Matias has a lot to say to him in regards to Puerto Ricans and him making those comments, I think this is going to sell. It's just going to sell. I remember when Bernard Hopkins made comments, actually stepped on the flag in Puerto Rico, and they had to helicopter his ass out of it. So, listen, this is a very proud country. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely am looking forward to that. Insult the Crip and go to Compton. No, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Listen, Puerto Rico. Listen, and you know he's going to go to Puerto Rico to promote the fight. He has to go to Puerto Rico. You're talking about one of the biggest markets in boxing, and it's such a small island. I think it's like 3 hours from point A to point B, right? And we're talking about so many great champions, so many great fighters that have come out of Puerto Rico, that have Puerto Rican lineage. So it's definitely going to be exciting. It's definitely going to be something to look forward to. And again, 2025 in boxing has been awesome. So I mean, it's been set up to be great. Shouts to everybody making it great. Turkey Alasik has a great card coming up for Rodea season. I heard also he's going to do, I don't know how true this is, one in Puerto Rico. Hopefully, you know, there's a lot of great Puerto Rican fighters coming up too, man. Shout out to Jake Paul for trying to push them. Shout out to Amanda Serrano. We have another great Puerto Rican female fighter coming up, so it's going to be dope. Bad Bunny got to do the ring walk. That would be dope. But I mean, Bad Bunny shows up, man. He might take the focus off the fight, man. Like that's a. I don't think it's a big enough fight yet to bring Bad Bunny out. You're talking about I think the biggest artist in the world right now, which is kind of crazy, right? If you think about it. But me personally, I got Teo winning this fight. I got him winning it clear as day. I would not be surprised if the fight is stopped. I just think Teo is that good. I think Teo beats Matias to the punch. I think he's faster. I think he's more athletic. I think that Teo seen the formula to beat him. A lot of people were saying that Teo was hesitant to fight Sabrina Matias before the Pyro fight. Okay. And I think he might have seen at this point that, you know, that there's some kinks in his armor. Sabrina did not look as impressive in his last couple fights. So we're definitely getting something that we all want to see. Definitely appreciate those that tuned in. You know what I mean? This is just a quick update. Continue to tune into the channel. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. I appreciate you all. You know what I mean? All love. Again, this is the holiday week. After this week, we'll be on a schedule. Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday at 10 a.m. We will be doing lives covering everything going on in boxing for the week or the day or the topic. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday, I start putting out promo for this. At 10 a.m. Eastern time is when I'm going to do the show. This week, I'm gonna do a show. Not tomorrow, it's Christmas. I might do tomorrow. I might. Because I'm not going to do on Christmas Day. I'm going to be spending with my kids, you know, opening presents. But yes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, please tune in. We're going to continue to grow this movement. Again, much love to everyone. You know what I mean? But this is the updates today. I might go on tonight, maybe 10 o'clock. I might do something. If you guys want me to go on, just hit me up and let me know. We're going to make stuff happen. Again, thank you for tuning in. And this is the News Today podcast.
I got so much motherfucking design